thing called tuna sashimi. 3, 2, 1.
Hello guys, Tunia back again. This week we got a review of Wonder Boy Asha and Monster World. This is a remake of Wonder Boy 4 and Monster World. It was originally a Megadrive game. They did get a Wii, which wasn't translated basically, and then got a Wii console release which was translated. And then it ended up coming out on the 360 on a collection, which is where I actually originally played through this game. So that was quite a while ago. Quite a long time ago, actually. But I really enjoyed it. I played through it over one Christmas, and I really enjoyed the game. So, this code was given to me free for a purpose of review. There's no stipulation on what I do, what I review. Nobody's overlooking my footage before I check it up. So, anything I say is up for me to say. All I gotta do is give them the video after, once I've posted it. So, here's the story that comes up. Pity they haven't done the voiceovers, but you can read the story. But we'll skip that. So, first thing you want to do, once you get to the start screen on this, we'll do a bit of tuner tips going on here. What you want to do is push up, down, left, left, right, right. What this does, this unlocks the original soundtrack. There's two soundtracks on here. You've got the original Megadrive soundtrack, and you've got the new rearranged, redone soundtrack. The original composer from the Monster World games came back and actually did the soundtrack for this as well, so it's pretty legit. And in the systems menu, you can actually swap between the soundtracks. You can do it on the fly in the game once you've unlocked it as well, which is rather nice. So, as you can see, Asha is a girl, so it should really be Wonder Girl, but it is a Wonder Boy game. She's the first girl in the series. She has the little creature called a Pegalagoo, which she gets, and that little creature helps her out. You can use it, you can throw it, it'll collect things for you. You can throw it through fire, it will put out fire. You can jump on it later on, the bigger it gets. What was quite funny in this is when you get your Pegaloo, he's a little small and he does certain things. But the further you get through the game, the bigger and bigger it gets, and it evolves into be able to do different things. But it gets harder and harder for her to carry it, which is quite funny. I quite like that in the Mega Drive game. It was quite cute the way she tries to carry it, the bigger and bigger it gets. So this game is very similar to the Wonder Boy games, but it's set out more of a RPG, and it's more based on a main town and then dungeons, and sometimes little transition levels in between the dungeons. So I'm going to start a new game, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to flick through some of my saves just to give you an idea of what this game looks like. When I first seen this game, I seen it on the PC when it came out first, and I wasn't that impressed with it. And then I seen it on the Switch, and it looked a bit nicer, to be honest. But this new PS5 version with the high resolution graphics, I think looks really nice. I'm pretty sure it's 4K, but I can't measure it to be definitely sure. But it's got to be 1440p 4K because it is really sharp. And looks very nice. I wouldn't be surprised if it's 4K. So the idea of the story in this is she hears the spirits over the wind saying there's a problem, you know, there's things are happening, and she decides after she's heard them to go off and be a warrior and to answer their call. So here she is, Asha. I think the graphics are really nice in this. The original one is 2D, and it's a really nice 2D graphics with nice animations and stuff. I think they've done a pretty decent job of it. So when you first see them compared to the 2D ones, it does take a little bit to get used to. But I think that this version, it's very nice. They're very nicely animated. Maybe it doesn't play quite as good as the original, but in some ways plays a little bit better. There's your father. Just asking you some questions and stuff. And there he goes. So you don't get your peg goo at first, you've got to get that from the town. And so she got basic attacks, she hold down, she does a shield. You can jump attack and you can jump and up attack. All that mixes with your peg goo when you get it. So she can run by double tapping. Like I say, the graphics, I quite like the graphics in this. They've got quite nice look to them and stuff, and nice little details. And the more you get into it, the better this game starts looking. Like, I think this level's quite, in some ways, quite bland compared to the rest of the game. So this is essentially almost like a tutorial level where you're going around, you talk to your family, and they give you items which you'll need on your quest. So you've got to visit every people in this, all the places, and then get the items. And then you do a little transition level, which is essentially a training level. Because there's some very easy enemies, and it just gets you used to the basic controls, you know. This game does have almost like a 3D transitions. You can in the town you can walk into the backgrounds, and some shops you can walk to different layers, which is quite nice. But I think what we'll do, because this is a more like a training level, I think I'll skip some of this and we'll get to the first dungeon. So we'll do that now. Right then, so this is the first dungeon. We just skipped essentially the tutorial level. So I'll show some of the things this game got. You've got items, which you'll see in your items menu. You can pick up elixirs and various things, maps and that type of stuff. You can change weapons. So this is where you'll equip weapons. You can buy different weapons in the towns. This is where you'll need the money, basically. You can buy weapons, and then bracelets will give you more hearts. So the bit better the bracelets you get, you'll end up with more red hearts than blue hearts. So as you see, you've got the 2 heart system. The little blue like swirls you see on the left hand side. If you collect 9 of them, then when you collect the 10th one, basically you end up getting a blue heart. You can fill the blue heart quite far across the screen, and that works as a secondary energy bar. So when you get hit, you'll lose your blue, and then when they're all gone, you'll start losing the red hearts. So the idea is it's basically go for the levels, look for everything, collect as many of those little blue swirls as you can, and then you can get as many blue hearts as possible, and then you buy items and stuff to make the red hearts bigger. So that's how it works in this game. You also get into the options menu, like if we go back out. So this is the new arranged, so I'll say it's not really arranged soundtrack, it's like redone essentially. So new redone, rearranged modern soundtrack. So because we did the cheat at the start, we can go into settings and we can turn the retro. So you get the original Megadrive music, which is cool as well. So we'll go back to the modern soundtrack. I've been using the modern soundtrack, to be honest. So this is where you would normally save. In the original one, you'd have to talk to the sages, and then the sages would allow you to save. But in this one, you can literally save anywhere in the game apart from on a boss. So that's a really nice touch, that is. So you get locked doors which you can't go into. So basically they're all dungeons. You got to work your way through the dungeons. So this dungeon's pretty simple. As you can see, it's got like the 3D effect when you walk in and out of the background. So I need a key basically to get any further. So as you get through there, the enemies will get harder and harder. This is where you want to be collecting as much gold as possible for when you get to the town, the city. So I got another heart, which is rather nice. And the more hearts the better. You do climb ropes and stuff in this. The climbing is a bit weird. You hold up, and when you press up, she does like a squid up, which can get you hit at first, until you get used to basically she moves up in chunks. You can see they've done a nice job on the graphics on this, I think. Especially the PS5 version, I think it looks really nice. So eventually you'll find the key to get through this. So basically in the other games, the dungeons you do a few puzzles and stuff, but in this one the dungeons get bigger and bigger, and there's a lot more stuff to do. So it is quite not puzzly, but it's quite RPG in a lot of ways. You have to talk sometimes to certain people as well to get out of the towns. You basically collect like these medallions, which allow you to get to the bigger dungeons in the main town. I'll show you. There's a big door you go through, and then each dungeon and each of the spirits, and you've got to go through each dungeon to save the spirits. And the dungeons get bigger and bigger, with more cunning enemies. And they've always, some of them got mid bosses as well, and then some of them have got they've all got a huge boss at the end. I say this plays nice. I think you basically running and jumping. Once you get your peg Lagoo, it gives it a bit more interesting things. Get some interesting stuff to do in the sort of levels. The jump attack is very good on this. Forget the coins. So in this, you pretty much just work your way up this tower, sorry, not town, to the top, and that should go through. So I think let's skip to the main town. So we're back. This is the main town. Oh, another thing I forgot to mention: she has a magic attack, which you can do when you're in. You can basically do the magic attack, which wasn't on the original. Just quite, you see it flashing down in the bottom. You basically hold down the button and do the magic attack like that. You get basically more hits on it. So, to be honest, I've completely forgotten to use it. So this is the main town. This is where you go talking to people. I'll show you in here. This is where all the dungeons are. So these stone tablets. See, I've done 2 of them, as you see on this save. You get those little medallions, and then you've got to save these spirits. And then you go over here, save these ones, and then you're into there. And basically it opens up more stuff as you go along. So I don't want to show you too much of the game. So this is where you talk to everyone, get items. You go there to see the Queen. This is where you get... you basically pray there, you get full energy. And this is where you get your peg Lagoo, which is a little thing flying around. You can call him, you can throw him, like so. He has evolved once per year, so he's a little bit bigger. You can chuck him up. You can use him for jumping, which is very handy. You do that a lot. You do like a double jump. You can also use him to float and then jump off. So he gets lots of different uses. This thing you will need to use him to get through all the dungeons. There's various things you pick up in the dungeons to get extra gold as well. You got the rich lady. She loves gold bars. So the more gold bars you got, the more she'll take off you and give you money. And there's various items like swords, different shields. You got your little trader at the back. I'll show you what I mean. I don't know if I can go in the back. Can I go in the back there? Yeah, I'll show you now. If I go over here. There's secrets in this bit as well. So you can go into the background. She'll walk upstairs that way. So I'm in the mid background by here. So then you can go even further in the background, but I'm going to do this. So you can jump them across. And you can get to all these different things. And there's different secrets and coins and various things to collect. You can also go even further into the background. Yeah, that's where a chest was, and then you come back out. That's your main city. You need to go around talking to people and everything. And there's this is the guy you need to speak to a lot. He sells these bracelets, and these bracelets give you more red hearts. So I can't afford that bracelet space. Basically, if I grabbed that one, I'd end up with 10 red hearts. So, but I can't afford it. I'm skinned. So that's the main town. You keep revisiting. You go to a big dungeon, come back to this dungeon. So let's show you another section. Right, I'll only show you a very quick bit of this level. This is a way to the latest dungeon that I'm on at the moment. As you can see the clouds. So it is a pretty game. I like it. The graphics have definitely grown on me quite a bit. Harder enemies, but you pick up a lot more money. So basically what you'll do, you'll run through this level, then you'll get to the dungeon. But I'm not going to do that, I'm going to show you another section. So it's just a quick look at this one. So we'll go to that. Right, so I'm not going to show you a huge amount of this game now. So we're in one of the actual dungeons. You can press start. You'll end up picking up maps, which I haven't got for this dungeon. You'll pick up maps. You can see the maps are pretty basic. If I go in that water, I'll end up dying there. So you need to use your little peg Lego to get through there. So what he'll do, he'll blow. He's quite a useful little fella. I say it's a little bit hard to show a lot of this game because it's going to take you ages to go for the dungeons and get to different areas. Okay, I'll show you a quick look at this boss and then this is like the first boss you come across. He's not too bad to kill actually once you get going with it. So I'm not going to kill him. What you can do, you can use your peg Lego to get hearts back as well. He's quite a useful fella. So that is the first boss. He's not going to kill me. So I'm going to stop this game here. In fact, I think I'll return back to the town. So yeah guys, so you've had a little bit of a look around the game. Like I said, it's a bit hard to show you too much because it'll take you a while to play through it. So I haven't quite finished this version yet. I've done quite a few dungeons on here, and I'm on the Cloud Dungeon at the moment. So I just need to get to it and do it. Like I said, the original game, there was a Megadrive game. I gotta be honest, I've really enjoyed playing through it. It's really good fun. It does have some annoying bits. Like I said, the ice level with the statues, like on the original. If your menu is full and you pick up one that overfills your menu, they all go back to where they were. And when you've got to do puzzles where you've got to put these statue heads in the wall, they tend to return back around the dungeons. You've got to go right way back around and collect them all again, which is really annoying. On here though, they've changed all that. They let you go back in your menu. There's various other changes that makes this game a lot easier to play than the original, but I've been enjoying this nevertheless. There is, on the ice level, there is door puzzles which involve you pushing a direction and you have to try and work out the door puzzles. And they're quite complicated on the original, but they're not quite so bad on this version. So you can easily work them out to get through the doors. So yeah, they've made some nice changes. There's difference in enemy hit levels and things like that on you, but Jenny was saving everywhere, all the other little changes, and the fact you can change back to the original Mega Drive music. Yeah, it's pretty nice the way they've done it. I do like the graphics. I wasn't too sure at first, maybe, but then the more I'm playing it, the more I'm actually really liking the graphics, and the better and better they're actually getting, and the more detailed they get. I think on the PS5 as well, being 4K, which I think it is 4K, they look really nice and sharp, which really sort of like this cartoony sort of style they've got really pops, which is very nice. Say the remix music is really nice as well, and I love the fact that the original composer came back, and you've got that little cheat I showed you to go back to the Mega Drive one. So yeah, what would I give this overall? I would definitely give this a recommendation. I like the original as well, so if you can play the Megadrive one, it's worth playing through the Megadrive one. But I think this is well worth picking up. I had a look on PSN. Unfortunately, I think the last day of the sale is tomorrow, which is probably going to be the day that this video gets posted, and it's currently like $7.99, which is really cheap, which is a good price I think, but I think this game's only like $15.99. It's either 15 or $15.99 anyway, so it's not like super expensive, and I think they've done a pretty nice job of it. You can get it physical as well. I'm not. You'd have to look around for it, but you can get physical. It is out on Switch, PC, PlayStation. Don't know about Xbox, so you'd have to check that one out. It may be out on Xbox. I don't know, but yeah, you can. Whatever you're playing on, generally, you're probably going to be able to get a copy of it. But I definitely recommend the PS5 version. It's really nice, and I'm gonna carry on and play through it all. Like I said, I played the Mega Drive one, completed that, but I think I'm probably about 2/3 of the way through it. But the dungeons get a lot bigger and a lot more complicated as you go along, so they take longer and longer to do. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the review, guys, and definitely recommend the game. So pick it up; it's only cheap, and they've done a nice job of it. So I shall catch you soon, guys. So, bye now.